Alright guys, almost done with this thing. I've added the rub rails. I'm gonna measure the center of this and put a piece of pipe in there, so it doesn't have so much flex on that. That just continues the rub rail all the way down to the back of the trailer with an extra stake pocket. Same thing on this side, and like I said, that's mainly just in case I needed to tie something down to the dovetail. And I went ahead and decided to put the angle iron all the way across. I mean, really, my skid steer tires are dead center of these two beams, the two main beams. So I was going to cut it from here to here and take that whole center section out, and that would give me from there to there with something really wide. The only thing is, if I ever got something with 3 wheels, I could run it up that center. I don't really want to put a lot of weight on it because there's not a lot. I should have evenly spaced that over. Instead, I evenly spaced it with this. I should have moved them over where this area, the center, was gapped evenly. Then it would have the same amount of stress on each one. But I would have rather have had the support here and there than in the middle. I can always come back and move the lights and add another one in the middle if I have to. And I was hoping you could see the tail lights through and I mean, you kind of can, but I may end up moving the tail lights down here somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. But anyways, this has just got to be welded out, ground off. I got to finish welding the stake pockets and the rub rail, and of course those little pieces of pipe I'm talking about. And then I've got to build, I'm going to use some of this 3/8 by 2 to make some lugs. I'll have a hole in the middle for this 1-inch solid cold rolled, and that'll be my pin for these ramps. And I think I'm going to use these ramps. I'm going to have to straighten out the angle irons. I'm going to have to weld that one back in. I'm just going to cut that off and put a nice little end on it. I'll cut these off, and that'll, well, I may make that the end that hits the ground since it's already got the tapers on them. See? And just put a flat bar across there where it ain't just digging in with them sharp edges on concrete when I drop them on concrete. And then blunt the end off and weld those lugs onto that for the pivot for the ramps. And then I've got flat bar and some pins where I'll just have it where you can pick them up and pin them in like a standard trailer. You just won't be able to move them side to side, or you'll have a little bit of movement but not much. Later on, I might get some monster ramps and put them on here, but then you got to mess with springs and have all that geometry right so the springs actually help you. I don't know if I even want to mess with that. All I need is a lot smaller ramp I can just flip up, and those would be a lot better than what I had. Oh, and I still got to cut them I-beams off on the bottom and cut them in an angle where there's not just that piece sticking down, and every time I go through a ditch, it's going to till their land for them. So that's about it. She's almost done, guys. I'm ready. This is hot, hot, hot. So that being said, thank you for watching. Got any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below, and I will see y'all on the next one. Later.